Yes, start presenting one by one. Let's not waste time, no? It'll be good if you all finish soon. We'll need time for studies also, no? Just wasting your time all in just waiting here is not.
Ma'am, I will present.
Yeah, yeah.
Ma'am, is the screen visible?
No.
Ma'am, I'll just turn in my videos. It's not working.
It will work, it will work. Why it will not work? You are not able to do it. Just try it once again because if you turn on the video and show the what to say, copy no, it is very. Just try it once more and then you can do it
Okay, ma'am.
as you like. You're not able to share the screen yet.
No, ma'am.
Okay, you just switch on the video and present.
I didn't write it on copy. I wrote only this PowerPoint. That's why.
Okay, just do it whatever way you want. If you are not sharing, then you have to switch on the video. Okay, do it either ways.
Okay, ma'am.
It's up to you.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. And I'm going to present to you. My name is Las Rabla from DDIT, and I'm going to present to you the topic, and that is digestive system. The digestive system is a hollow organ, and it is a hollow organ, and it is made up to the GI tract. And it is a long twisting tube from the mouth to the anus. And the function of the digestive system is to digestive to digest the food, to absorb the nutrients, and to excretion of and to excrete the waste products which are not required for our body. So the order of digestion as food passes from the mouth to the esophagus and to the stomach, to the small intestine, to the large intestine, which is also known as the colon, the rectum. So the process of digestion is the food started from the mouth, and the foods, it goes to the mouth, and the teeth will bind the food into smaller particles. After binding food into smaller particles, the saliva will help in moisten the food so that it will be easy for the food to pass on. And then the esophagus will help to pass on food from the to the small intestine, or to the stomach. I'm sorry. The stomach is a J shape, and it has three parts, that is the duodenum, the ileum, and the jejunum. The duodenum will continuously breaking down the food, and the ileum and the jejunum will absorb those food. And uh, the stomach has sphincter known as cardiac and pyloric sphincter. The cardiac sphincter closes off the top end of the stomach, and the pyloric sphincter closes off to the bottom. And we also have the function of the small intestine. The small intestine, I'm sorry, pancreas. The pancreas will secrete the digestive enzyme into the duodenum, and they will break down protein, fats, and the carbohydrate. They also make insulin, which help, and it goes into the bloodstream. And we also have the liver, which has four lobes: the right lobe, the left lobe, the caudate lobe, and the quadrate lobe. The liver is the second largest organ after the skin, and is the largest gland in the body, weight about 1,500 grams. And the liver has many functions, but its main job is to digest the food, absorb from the nutrients, absorb from the small intestine. The gallbladder. The gallbladder will store and concentrate bile from the liver and then release it into the duodenum, and they will absorb digestive fats. And this, the large intestine, also known as the colon, it is about 6 foot long, and they help, and the large intestine is responsible for processing waste products from our body, and it goes into the rectum. The rectum is a straight-inch chamber that connects the colon to the anus, and the rectum job is to receive stool from the colon. And the anus. The anus is the large part of the digestive system. The anus is surrounded by sphincter muscles, and they are important for the control of stool. This help in the control of stool, otherwise we are unable to we are unaware of the presence of stool. So this is my presentation, and thank you. I'm done.
Please tell me your roll number and departments.
DDIT 005.
Okay, DDIT 005. Okay, next.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, স্ক্ৰীনটো শ্বেয়াৰ নহয় মোৰ কিবা প্ৰব্লেম হৈ আছে
To share হ'ব তোমালোকে জানা নাই you have to learn it first or you have to ask someone who has already presented. Okay, ask someone who has already presented and then learn. Also, you can go to YouTube videos. There are lots of videos on YouTube. You can go to video, watch those videos and learn to share the screen. See, if you share the screen, it will be easy for you also and for the others also to understand. And this, what is it, presentation, the other students all should, what to say, pay attention, okay? Because there are, these topics are from the syllabus only. So all should pay attention and listen to what your friends are saying. So it will be easy for them also if you show PPTs and diagrams and everything and then explain. That is why I don't
ma'am
know.
I can switch on my video
That is, see, last one, she switched on the video and it was like of no use. No? So just, this is not going to be okay. You have to like try to share the screen. It is not like you cannot do it. It it will not be like that. It is that you are not able to do it because you don't know how to do it. Try it once, and then do it. Okay, and for today you can give it either ways, mafia. You can give it either ways, but Just try to make a presentation and learn how to share a screen. So today you can give it if you want by switching on the video. Okay, next whoever wants to click Nathia.
So today I'm discussing about cardiovascular system, that is heart. Introduction. The cardio means heart, and vascular means blood vessels. It system divided for descriptive purposes into two. The heart, whose pumping action ensures circulation of the blood, and the blood vessels, which form a lengthy network through the blood flows. The heart or human circulatory system is called the blood vascular system. It is called a blood vascular system because blood is the main thing that circulates around, and function of the heart is also pump the blood. So that's why it is called a blood vascular system. And the cardiovascular system is also called um, the circulatory system. The heart, anatomy of the heart. The heart is roughly cone-shaped. It's hollow muscular organ or the size of a fist. Actually, hollow means blood flow, and muscular means muscle. That is why it is known as a hollow muscular organ. And measurement and size of the heart. It is about 10 centimeter long and is about the size of an orange fist. It weighs about 225 gram in women and is heavier in men, about 310 gram. Location. The heart lies or situated in the thoracic cavity in the mediastinum, in the space between the two lungs, slightly tilted to the left. Structure. The layers of the heart wall is the three layer: epicardium, cardium, and endocardium. Epicardium is outer protective layer, myocardium is muscular middle layer, and endocardium is thin inner layer. Location. The heart lies in the thoracic cavity in the mediastinum, the space between the two lungs. Chambers. The heart has four chambers. Two relatively small upper chambers called atrium, and two larger lower chambers called ventricles. And the chambers are the right atrium, the right ventricle, the left atrium, and the left ventricle. The right atrium receives blood from the veins and pumps it to the right ventricle. The right ventricle receives blood from the right atrium and pumps it to the lungs, where it is located with oxygen. The left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs and pumps into the left ventricle. And the left ventricle is the strongest chamber. It pumps oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. The left ventricle's vigorous contraction creates our blood pressure. And bulb. The opening between the right atrium and the right ventricle is guarded by tricuspid bulb, whereas a bicuspid or mitral valve guards the opening between the left atrium and the left ventricle. And the function of the heart. The right side of the heart carries the oxygenated blood, and the left side of the heart carries oxygenated blood. The deoxygenated blood will come from superior vena cava. The superior vena cava is upside of the heart, and also deoxygenated blood will come from inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava is downside of the heart, and it will come in the right atrium, then go to the downside or right ventricle. So before going down the deoxygenated blood in the right ventricle, there is a door, and the name of the door or bulb is tricuspid bulb. So as soon as the tricuspid bulb is open, the deoxygenated blood go to the right ventricle. Again, there is a bulb. and the bulb is pulmonary bulb. When it will open, the deoxygenated blood will come to the pulmonary artery, and pulmonary artery, they are divided into two parts, that is the lung. The deoxygenated blood will go to the both side of the lungs. When they will go to the lungs, the deoxygenated blood is convert themselves into oxygenated blood, this presence of oxygen. And the deoxygenated blood will come to the pulmonary veins, and pulmonary veins are present in the both side, that is left side and right side. When the deoxygenated blood will come to the both side of the pulmonary veins, then it will go to the left atrium, and the oxygenated blood again try to go to the downside, that is left ventricle. But before entering in the left ventricle, there is a bulb which is known as mitral valve. When the mitral valve is open, the oxygenated blood will go to the left ventricle. Again, it will try to go upside, that is aorta. Before entering the aorta, again there is a door or pathway or valve which is known as aortic valve. As soon as the aortic valve is open, it will go to the aorta. After going to the aorta, it will supply the oxygenated blood to the different parts of our body. And the circulatory system will go on and on. Our heart normally beats 70 to 75 times in a minute, average 72 beats per minute. So thank you, ma'am.
Okay, 49 roll number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Oh, yes.
hello, ma'am.
Yes, 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 yes. Such a good.
দেখা পাইছে?
দেখা যাচ্ছে।
Ma'am,
60. Start.
presentation is the brain. My name is Sofikul Islam and mobile number 060. Brain structures function. Introductions, the brain, parts of brain, or lobes of brain, conclusion. Introductions, the human brain was so simple that we could understand it. We would be so simple that we couldn't immersion for the biological origin of human values in 77. The brain, most complex organ of the body, only weighs 1300 grams, contains billions of neural networks that interact to create human behavior. Parts of the brain, thalamus, release message cerebellum, coordination and balance, brainstem, heart rate and breathing, brainstem, responsible for automatic survival functions, medulla, controls heartbeat and breathing. The cerebral cortex. Cerebral cortex, the body's ultimate control and information processing center. Thalamus, hypothalamus, medulla. The lobes of the cerebral hemisphere. Planning, decision making, space, sensory, auditory, vision. The cerebral cortex. Occipital lobes include the visual areas which receive visual information from the opposite visual field. Temporal lobes include the auditory areas, each of which receive auditory information primarily from the opposite ear. Conclusion. The human brain is the amazing and complex structure. The function of the brain is the exact centralized control over the other organs of the body. The brain acts on the rest of the body both by generating patterns of the muscles activity and by driving the secretion of hormones. This centralized control allows rapid and coordinate response to sense in the environment. Thank you, ma'am.
Next.
Ma'am, would you like to share?
Yes, yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello. Ma'am, I'm from DRT department.
I know, I know.
DRT
I know,
045.
I know, I know.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am, my pen is visible on.
Yes, it is visible. Just tell me your roll number and
Ma'am,
department.
my name is Ishan Pasoni and I'm from DDIT.
Roll number
My roll number is 006.
006. Okay.
My topic is human excretory system. The excretory system helps in the removal of waste products from an organism. Much of the excretion in human beings are executed from urinary system, which constitutes a pair of kidney, a pair of ureters, urinary bladder, and urethra. The kidneys are a pair of bean-shaped organs on either side of your spine, below your ribs and belly. Each kidney of an adult measures 10 to 12 centimeter in length and 5 to 7 in width and 2 to 3 centimeter in thickness with an average weight of 120 to 170 grams. The different parts of the kidneys are renal capsule, outer protective covering, renal cortex, outer region of the kidney containing Bowman's capsule, renal medulla, inner region of kidney containing renal pyramids, renal pelvis, funnel-shaped region where urine is collected and passed to nephrons. This is a diagram of internal structure of kidney. Ureters. The ureters is a tube that carries urine from the urinary bladder. There are two ureters, one attached to each kidney. The upper half of the ureter is located in the abdomen. The lower half is located in the pelvic area. Urinary bladder. The urinary bladder or simple bladder is a hollow muscular organ and other vertebrates that stores from the kidneys for disposal by urination. In the humans, the bladder is a hollow muscular and a distensible organ that sits on the pelvic floor. It can hold about 1 liter of urine. Urethra. Urethra is a passage between the bladder and the external part of the body, which allows urine to be excreted from the body.
Next.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, you can present. And you can give your roll numbers in the chat box, okay, everyone. If you have not given yet, please give your attendance on the chat box, in the chat box.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is visible. DDIT 016, right?
Yes, ma'am. And my topic is on chemical coordination endocrine gland. A gland is an organ which produces and releases substances that perform a specific function in a body. There are three types of gland, and they are endocrine gland, exocrine gland, and heterogland glands. Endocrine gland is a gland which lacks the and Arcoll-Douglas gas. The secretions of endocrine gland are called hormone, and hormone is a chemical by endocrine gland and released into blood and transport to a distantly located target organ. Hormones are non-nutrient chemicals which act as intercellular messenger and are produced in trace amounts. Examples are pituitary gland, thyroid gland, and adrenal gland. Exocrine gland have duct, and examples are salivary gland and sweat gland. Heterogland and it contains both endocrine gland and exocrine glandular tissue, and examples are pancreas, ovary, and testes. Thank you.
Okay.
So,
Anyone else? If anyone else is there, just I'll take one more. Okay, one more for today. I have some other work also. I'll take one more for today. If anyone is there, give.
ma'am,
Yeah.
and my enrollment number
Yes,
is
yes. The DIT 1016. I got it.
thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I present?
Yes, yes. DIT 66. Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Bisinia Nikoi. I'm from DRT 066. Introduction. Respiration is the sequence of events that result in the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between atmosphere and body cells. This is called external respiration. There are two types of respiration, aerobic respiration and aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is the process involved in the production of energy in the presence of oxygen. Cells break down food in the mitochondria in a long multi-step process that produces roughly 36 ATP. Anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, glucose breakdown without oxygen. A chemical reaction transfers energy from glucose to the cell. Anaerobic respiration produces lactic acid rather than carbon dioxide and water. Mechanism of breathing. It involves two steps, inspiration and expiration. Inspiration is the process of taking air into the lungs. It is the active phase of ventilation because it is the result of muscle contraction. During inspiration, the diaphragm contracts and the thoracic cavity increases in volume. This decreases in the intra-alveolar pressure so that air flows into the lungs. Expiration is the process of letting air out of the lungs during the breathing cycle. Relaxation relaxation of rhinic radial muscle. Diaphragm return to dome shape. Volume of thoracic cavity decrease. Relaxation of external intercostal muscle. The rib cage return to normal position. Volume of thoracic cavity decreases. Pressure increase within the lungs. Air from higher pressure move to lower pressure. Exchange of gases. Exchange of gases take place in the middle of alveoli in the lungs and the capillaries that envelop them. Inhale oxygen from the alveoli, carbon dioxide move from the blood in the capillaries to the air in the alveoli. Disorder of respiratory system. Asthma and emphysema. Asthma is the condition in which the airway narrow and swell and many produce extra mucus. This can make breathing difficult and trigger coughing sound when you breathe out and shortness of breath. Emphysema is the chronic disorder in which alveolar walls are damaged. Shortness of breath is caused due to overinflation of the alveoli. The lung tissue involved in exchange of gases is impaired or destroyed. One of the major causes of emphysema is cigarette smoking. The prevent of lung disease are stop smoking, avoid second and third hand smoke, cover your cough, cover your face. Pollution. The respiratory system is important in gas exchange and work through inspiration and expiration. There are factors affecting the ventilation of an organism such as surface tension and diseases. Rapid breathing causes a decrease in PaCO2 is the measure of carbon dioxide within arterial or venous blood, and the breathing holding causes an increase in PaCO2. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So this is all for today. Okay. And for next class also, like five people, 5 students, just prepare. Okay. For next class. And if you have not given your attendance, please give it. Otherwise, you can leave. Thank you.